So we can start our discussion. If you have any questions regarding from the last week or before, if somebody has any questions, because it looks that there are certain participants who have some queries but they could not ask and they want to know about space, time, or some other things. So if anybody has such questions, I would like to take some questions before, and then I will start my discussion.
Vandami Naman Shamniji, this is Hemant Jain from New Jersey. So I
Yes,
sent you an email on the side because I've been trying to make sure that I have that most clarity on space and time. What
yes,
I would like if you can explain me exactly, because these are very difficult concept to begin with. And now having a side of science trying to correlate with Jainism, you're always getting lost. So I would prefer that if you can give me, how to understand in simple term. I watched the video a couple of times. I couldn't comprehend the definition of time, because there are two elements, I think, but I didn't understand it. Same thing with the space. We say it's a cosmic and that's a super cosmic. So it'll be helpful if you can just summarize it for me.
yes. Thank you very much. So space, time, soul, the medium of motion, the medium of rest, all these five realities, or you can say substances, they are actually non-physical, non-corporeal, not accessible to our senses. So it is sometimes it becomes very difficult for those people who are looking for some material qualities or attributes. They they have some difficulties to understand these kind of realities, but just we have to understand that space and time are non-corporeal, non-physical. Instead of that, they are very essential to understand any event, any object. If we want to see the location of the object, then we have to look for the space. If we want to know the time of that particular object, then we want to know the time. So what is space? Space is a thing which accommodates everything in it. For example, I was thinking that the planets are moving in the space. They are not on some concrete base. They are just moving, taking ground. They are so big bodies in themselves. Instead of they are moving in the space without any support below. So how it is possible? So these types of things are hanging in space, but space is always there. We are on some earth, so we have base, concrete base on for standing or sitting or doing anything. But there are certain things which are moving in the space without any support. Instead of that, they are working, and is what is that which is supporting it, supporting them? So this is what a space is considered, that a space is available everywhere and everything is in a space. It doesn't have though any material qualities. Instead of that, it has the spatial quality, that is the quality of giving or providing accommodation to all other substances of the universe. So things, all things, or you can say the whole universe is located or situated in a space, and a space is like a vacuum place where we can find everything, though it is not vacuum in that sense. The whole space is divided into two parts. One part which is occupied by all other different substances or all other objects which are found in some particular part of a space. That space is considered as the universe according to Jainism, and the particular term for universe is loka. Okay, so it is called a lokakash, the space where the all other substances are found is recognized as Lokakash or cosmic space, and the space where there is no other substances than space, then it is called alokakash or supracosmic space or transcosmic space. So this, in this way, we find that space is of two types: occupied or unoccupied, or completely vacuum, you can say. So the vacuum space is considered as transcosmic space, and the occupied space is considered as cosmic space. But space in itself is undivided, okay? The cosmic space and supracosmic space are one in the sense that they are not divided. They are not two separate entities. They are one entity. Instead of, they are divided on the basis of other substances. If those other substances are found in some part of space, then it is called cosmic space. If there is no other substance than space, then it is called supracosmic space or transcosmic space. So this is what space I can say, that space has the special characteristic, and that characteristic is providing accommodation. Or so far as time is concerned, we can say that time helps in changing. So whatever changes are taking place in any object, so that change always takes some time, no? Whether it is one moment or two moments or some years. So it, how you can calculate that how much time it has taken to in change. So that time duration of changing states are considered, what we time duration is considered as time. Though time, according to Shvetamba tradition, time has no independent existence. It is nothing but the change of the substances or change of the qualities. So whatever time is being taken by any object or any substance for changing from one state to another state is considered as time. So time is a mode and not an independent entity. So this is the Shvetambar view. But so far as the Digambar concept is concerned, they say that when we need the support of medium of motion for moving, when we need what we say, and the support of medium of rest for taking rest, then why we are not considering that there is some other substance which is helping in change? So that's why by this logic they are accepting that time is having independent existence, and it is in the form of atom. So they say kalanu, and these kalanus are found in each and every cosmic space point. And there are innumerable cosmic space points, so there are innumerable time units, or you can say time atoms. And they are found in each and every space point, cosmic space point, but they have no relation with each other. That's why they cannot be considered as extended reality, or time cannot be considered as extended reality, while other substances can be considered as extended realities because they are spreading some space points. While time, particular time atom is found only in one cosmic space point and in no other space points. So it cannot be said as extended entity. So in this way, the Digambar tradition accepts that time is an independent entity which is helping in change or supporting in change, and each moment is coming into existence and going away or passing away, and next moment is coming into existence, but time is always there in some sense or other. So in that sense, it can be said as independent substance, because substance must follow the rule of OCP: origination, cessation, and persistence. And in this way, we can say that time is also following this OCP rule. So it can also be said as independent substance like other substances. So this is what Digambar is saying. So I think if it is clear, or you have any other questions, I can.
I'll just make one point here. So while we say time is not real, and yet we define the smallest unit of time, which is I'm forgetting the terminology, but samite or something like that. So why do we do that if we think that time is something which is not real? And if it's not real, I tend to think it's not measurable either.
See, time is real in, according to Shatambar tradition, time is real in the sense of mode or changing state, change, which is taking place in each and every substance or entities. Clear? So, in that sense, Shwetambar is accepting time real in the sense of mode and not as independent entity or substance like the Digambar tradition. Clear? So time
Mm-hmm.
is not unreal. It is real in the sense of mode, and according to Digambar, it is real in the sense of substance, independent substance. This is what we can say the difference of the opinions of both the traditions regarding the time. So time is not completely unreal in that sense, but we see the reality is found in three forms. One is in the form of substance, one in the form of quality, and one in the form of mode. So Shwetambar accepts time as mode because
Vandami.
things are changing by their own nature. Okay, it is their innate nature to change. Okay, so they don't need any other substance for changing. So this is what Shwetambar accepts. So they say that time is not required in that sense as an external medium, but we can say that things are changing and they are taking some time, and those time can be considered as different units of time for practical purpose. Yes,
Thank you, Shamneji.
yes, Vijay, Dr. Vijay.
Vandami Naman Swami Samarji. Thank you. You bring good clarity to the lecture with following on with these questions. So thank you for that. I guess when there's any differences in opinions, we just have to say we agree to disagree.
Yeah. It is true. Some people they perceive things in their own way, and they feel that what they are thinking that is correct. So let them enjoy their concepts. But just we have to see that whether this is a
Yes, and that's
reality. This is a reality or not.
and that upholds the main one of the main principles of Jainism, which is ahimsa. We don't want to create conflicts, especially amongst ourselves.
Yeah. And there may be different outlooks, but so far as the metaphysical existence of something is considered, we have to check whether it is really existing or not.
Einstein said a lot about time as well. Time is relative, so
Yeah, yeah. So that is completely on the outlook of the observer actually, and
yes,
he is not talking about the metaphysical concept of time.
yes, absolutely right.
Yes. So today, should we start, or anybody has any question? Because I thought that somebody had some questions. So this is I'm muting now. If somebody has any questions, we can discuss in the end of the lecture. So today we are going to discuss about the theory of matter in Jain perspective, and we will also see matter in the light of science. We know that whatever experimental studies are going on in the field of science, especially, they are mainly related to the what we say to the concept of matter, because they can do some experiments only on material phenomena or material world or material things, to know non-material or non-corporeal things are still out of approach of scientific studies. So most of the scientific studies, they all are somehow directly or indirectly connected to the theory of matter. And Jainism has also focused on matter a lot. It considers that there are two fundamental entities of the universe, and they are living and non-living. Among the non-living, there are 5 elements: the medium of motion, the medium of rest, space, time, and matter. So matter is also a very important fundamental reality, which is very much what we say important or significant to create this whole cosmic structure which we are perceiving with our eyes. So whatever is being perceived through our senses, they all are material objects or material entities. Non-material things do not come into experience of our senses. So we are quite familiar with this material world or matter and their functions. So now we would see that what Jainism says about the theory of matter. It is very important also in Jain perspective, because we are looking for a spiritual enhancement or self-realization ultimately. But for achieving that, what is the thing which is creating or hindering our spiritual growth? And for that also we have to understand how matter is playing crucial role in hindering our spiritual growth. So here we can see what metaphysically has been thought about the matter in Jain perspective. So according to Jain metaphysics, the most visible form of non-living substance is matter, which exists in the universe in various forms, such as earth, water, fire, air, shadow, objects of four senses, physical mind, speech, bodies, etc. So these are the different material things which we are using or with which we are so much familiar. They all are having material qualities, and therefore they all are accessible to our physical senses. Matter is tangible reality within the sensuous and supersensuous experiences in perceptible and imperceptible conditions. So we know that there is a lot of matter which is still imperceptible and considered as black matter in the field of science. So the whole cosmic space is full of such imperceptible matter, and that matter is found in a very subtle form, invisible form, and it takes a lot of time to come into concrete or perceptible form. But it is there. There is no iota of a space which is not having infinite number of such imperceptible material bodies or entities in it. So according to Jainism, there are some material bodies which are still not perceptible to all of us, because they are very subtle, they are invisible, and there are certain other things which are visible. The whole entire gamut of the universe which we are perceiving through our eyes, they all are also made of matter. So matter is found in both the forms, imperceptible and perceptible, or sensuous or suprasensuous. Matter is permanent, extensive, physical, corporeal, and concrete, and it is active also, disintegrating and integrating, and changeable substance. So we can see that matter is also permanent like all other 5 substances, and it is extensive. Extensive, it means it is spreading in the space. It takes space points to accommodate itself, and it is physical. among all the six substances, only the matter is physical and corporeal, or you can say concrete object, while all other substances, they are not like this. It is only the real sense active element. All other neutral or inactive, you can say, but it is only active. The soul is taking action. It is because of the matter. If matter is associated, it looks active. But if matter is dissociated, it means the soul attains liberation. It becomes non-active in the sense that it doesn't take any action like we are taking action when we are in embodied state or mundane state. Matter has the quality of integrating and disintegrating. It is combining and also dissociating or separating from each other. So we see that object is made by adding some parts or some units, and after a certain period, those units or parts get separated. So if thing is broke down, then it breaks into different pieces or different parts. So it means each object is being consistent, is created with the support of the combinations of different atoms or different minor parts. Matter possesses sense perceptible attributes, color, smell, taste, touch, all of which are concomitant. All attributes exist in every object. So we can see that why in the matter is considered as material or concrete or corporeal, because it has four fundamental qualities, material qualities. And those qualities are color, smell, taste, and touch. And they all coexist. They always found in all the material bodies, whether they are perceptible or non-perceptible, whether they are subtle or gross, whatever is material things we found in the universe, all are having these four fundamental material qualities. And because of that, they are becoming the subject of our senses. Senses can see those things because our eye can see only the color or shape. Our ears can hear the sound of the object. So all the senses, they are catching some of the attributes which must be material, and then only they can sense those kind of qualities, and through that they can know that what kind of object is in front of us or what kind of object is there. The ultimate indivisible unit of matter is called Parmanu. All matter and energy are aggregates of Parmanu. So Parmanu is the last unit of matter. All the material bodies, all the material objects, they are consisted with by these small units, and consisting of these small units which are known as Parmanu. Nowadays, in the place of Parmanu, sometimes we write atom. And so far as the concept of atom is in science is considered, then it is found that science accepts that atom is also divisible. So here Parmanu word is being used to avoid that kind of misconception regarding the smallest unit of matter, that it is not divisible, it is indivisible. It is the last smallest unit which cannot be further divided. So, and all other material bodies, they are just made of these small units. Parmanu can neither be created nor can it be destroyed. It is eternal. Although it possesses sense qualities, it cannot be an object of sense perception. It is the subtle, most physical entity. So we have seen that there are certain material things which are not visible for us, This Parmanu, which is known as the last unit or smallest unit of matter, is not perceptible even today to the scientific, the what we say, the scientific, to the scientists. They are not also able to see this last unit, indivisible unit of matter through their instruments or through their experiments. So it is invisible because it is this very small unit which is beyond the approach of the scientific instruments or our senses. All mutation of matter must possess all the four qualities as follows. 5 types of primary color, black, blue, red, yellow. 5 types of taste, sweet, bitter, pungent, sour, and astringent. 2 types of odor, good smell and bad smell. 8 types of touch, cold, hot, smooth, rough, light, heavy, soft, and hard. So you can see that all the four qualities, they are further divided into different subcategories. It means that they are found in different forms, or for example, the color is of 5 types, the taste is also of 5 types, smell is of 2 types, and touch is of 8 types. So here we can see that those material bodies which are having only the 4 touch, they are invisible, they are very subtle, they are imperceptible. Or if something is, for example, the atom, the Parmanu, which is the smallest unit, it has only 2 touch. So those material bodies which are having only 2 touches or 4 touches, they are imperceptible, they are subtle, they can be considered as black matter. But those objects which are having 8 touches, they are concrete, they can be perceived through our senses. They may also be found in a very subtle form, so they may be out of our reach and we cannot see them. But so far as the concrete objects, the gross objects are found, they are also 8 touches and they can be perceptible to our senses. All colors, taste, smells can vary in degree, and a large range of colors, taste, and smells are possible. So all colors and taste, smells can vary in degree. So there can be innumerable such kind of gradations in each color also. For example, the black color may be very dark, some black color maybe little bit not so dark. So in this way you can see that there are difference of degrees of blackness in different black objects also. So there can be innumerable such kind of gradations depending on the difference of the degrees of blackness. So in the same way, in all the qualities, you can see that if something is very sweet, and all the things are having sweetness, but they may vary in degrees of sweetness. So innumerable such kind of subcategories can be found in each of the qualities. And based on our qualities, the material substances in nature are of 3 types. Substance having 1 color, 1 smell, 1 taste, and 2 touches. Substance having 5 colors, 2 smells, 5 tastes, and 4 touches. And substance having 5 colors, 2 smells, 5 tastes, and 8 touches. So I have already said that the atom is having 2 touches, and 1 smell, 1 taste, and 1 color. And therefore it cannot be perceived with our eyes or through any instruments. Similarly, those objects which are having 5 colors, 2 smells, 5 tastes, but 4 touches, they are also imperceptible, they are invisible, they are subtle. And substances which are having 5 colors, 2 smells, 5 tastes, but 8 touches, they can be perceptible, though they may also be in subtle form, like in the size like an atom, okay, the Parmanu. and it can also not be perceptible, but instead of that we have to understand that whatever we are able to see, anything in the form of matter, that is having 8 touches. So okay, what is happening? So Parmanu is the 2-touch substance. It has only one color, one smell, and one taste, while 2 touches. The 4 touch substances comprise the subtle class of matter, as I have said, and as aggregates which exist as energy. This matter has 5 colors, 2 smells, and 5 tastes. So all the material energies, those which are visible, we have to see whether they are of 8 touches, but there are certain other energies which are not perceptible to us, might be having 4 touches. The 8 touch substances constitutes the gross class of aggregates comprising energy and matter. These aggregates have 5 colors, 2 smells, and 5 tastes. So yeah, it is already discussed that there are certain things which are having 8 touches and they can be perceived. Thus, according to Jain, all aggregates containing a large number of Parmanus necessarily possess all colors, smell, and taste. Generally, only one or a few of the colors, smells, and tastes manifest at a time. The others remain unmanifest. For example, some colors, smells, and tastes manifest in a fruit in the green state, and other colors, smells, and tastes manifest in the ripened state. So it may be that all the qualities are not manifest at a time. Some may manifest, and some may manifest in after certain time, or in particular condition, or when some other elements mix with them, then some other qualities can manifest. For example, if we take sugar, sugar looks like concrete, but if we put water into sugar or sugar into water, then sugar starts dissolving into water. So this dissolving property appears when water is put into sugar or sugar is put into water. So there are certain qualities which appear after some time or in combination of other elements. Cold, hot, smooth, and rough are primary touch qualities of matter. The smooth touch is now regarded as positive charge, and the rough touch is regarded as negative charge. So these touches are very important in matter because they are considered as negative and positive charges. And because of that, the matter can combine with other material bodies or entities. So these two touches are responsible for the combination, integration, or disintegration of the material bodies. The other 4 touch qualities, light, heavy, soft, and hard, are secondary touch qualities. These touch qualities are supposed to develop when bonding between infinite Parmanus produces a gross aggregate. Okay, so we can see that the 4 touches are the original, they are the main, and when they combine with each other in different proportion, then the other 4 touches come into existence. So they are secondary one. The original 4, the original touches are only the 4, and the other 4 are the secondary. They are coming by the combination of these different original touches. If number of negative Parmanus is more in the bonding process, the aggregate contains light touch quality, and if positive Parmanus are more, then heavy touch is produced in the aggregate. So you can see how what kind of Parmanus or material bodies are combining with each other, and what kind of qualities or you can say touch is emerging out of that difference of proportion of those qualities of the material entities. When positive Parmanus are in majority and they bond in cold condition, soft touch is produced, and when in a majority of negative Parmanus bond in hot condition, hard touch is produced in the aggregate. So these all four secondary touches, they are just coming into play because of the different proportion of the original touches. The four touch aggregates and Parmanu are supposed to be massless. So now it is very important, what we say, concept of matter, which is known as massless particles. It is said that the photon, the what we say, the particles of light, they are massless. So here you can say that according to Jainism, if the material bodies are having only four touches, then they are very light in their touch, or you can say they are considered as massless. They having no mass, no weight in that sense. The subtle does not remain subtle, and gross does not remain gross for all time. The subtle may change to gross, and gross may change to subtle. Of course, it may take some time sometimes. It may take more time or longer period to come into concrete form or into gross form. But yes, it is true that nothing remains in the same state for a long time. After a certain time, they change in different states. Subtle comes into concrete form, concrete things come into subtle form. But nothing is in that sense what we say stable. They are always changing and taking new shapes, new forms, new colors, or new states. Now classification, so far as the matter classification of matter is considered, we find that matter is found in different forms, different what we say, with different properties. But here it is said that there are 8 classes of matter in which time is matter is found. So, and those 8 classes are especially those indicate to those material particles or matter which are especially being used by some living beings. So those matter which are being used by the living beings, they have been classified in the form of 8 kind of matter. Here it is said that whenever we are considering matter, we have to first understand that what we want to say by this term of a classification in the context of matter. So substance wise, there are 4 perspectives or 4 ways of explaining matter. So the first is substance wise. Infinite Parmanu exist either independently or in combination with infinite composite bodies. So here it is said that there is infinite matter in the universe. Not only the Parmanus, the smallest units, are found infinitely infinite in number, but subtle bodies are also found in this greater number, and thus concrete bodies are also found. So here we can see that there is a lot of matter in the space, in the form, in subtle form, and in the gross form. So far as the space is considered, how much space the matter is taking, then it is said that each and every space point of cosmos is occupied by infinite number of atoms or Parmanus, you can say. There is not a single space point where there is neither any what to say Parmanu or neither any composite body. According to Jain cosmology, there is no vacuum anywhere in this cosmos. That is, the entire cosmic space is plenum. It is full of matter. See, what we say, the matter which is consisting of infinite atoms or Parmanus, you can say, such kind of material body can take just one space point to accommodate itself, while the living beings are taking at least a minimum innumerable space points. So in one space point, you can find infinite number of atoms, infinite number of subtle material bodies, or infinite number of even the bodies which are of 8 touches. But so far as the living beings are concerned, they are taking innumerable space points. So they cannot be accommodated in one space point. While the matter, it may be infinitely infinite in number, but it can accommodate itself in one and same space point. So matter can contract itself to such an extent that it can be accommodated by one space point. So this much the capacity in the matter has to contract itself, to reduce itself to the smallest shape, and it can be easily accommodated by one space point. So here the space is full of such kind of matters. There is no such space point, especially in the cosmic space, where there is no matter. Time-wise, the physical existence is eternal and indestructible. Not a single Parmanu is created or destroyed. So matter is also eternal. Though sometimes when we are practicing spirituality, we say that soul is eternal and the body is non-eternal. So body can be non-eternal because it cannot exist forever in the same form. But yes, so far as the atom of the bodies are concerned, they are eternal, they are non-destructible, they are always existing in some corner or another corner, or in some form or another form. So atoms are eternal. The objects which are made of the combination of atoms, they may not be eternal. They may be sorry for the time being. Now we see that attributes wise. It is substratum of infinite qualities, making infinite types of matter. So we can see each and every substance has infinite qualities, and those infinite qualities have infinite gradations. So there can be various types of material bodies, just depending on particular color, particular touch, particular taste, particular smell or shape. So in this way, we found that there are a lot of material objects. Whenever we go to any mall, we found so many things. But we think that how this much number of the things are possible, but they can be possible on the basis of the difference of the color, shapes, smell, taste, and touch. So here it is natural that we can get so many things out of matter. 3 types of matter. It is said the matter can be classified into 3 types in respect to the what we say cause of transformation. So these are very subtle, or we can say some typical things which have been discussed in the Jain scriptures. That matter is found in 3 forms. The first is that living matter, which is said prayog parinat. It means the matter which is taken in and transformed into body by vital processes of living beings. So our bodies are made, or you can say created, by our own inner self, and these kind of bodies which are created by living beings, they are considered as living matter. Still we are having soul in the body, so this is the living matter. Past living matter, which is called Mishra Parinat, so the matter which was associated with living beings in the past but is now abandoned by it and undergoes self-transformation. So those bodies which have been created by the living beings initially, and after a certain time, these bodies are left by the living beings. It means some living beings who die, they leave their body And after leaving, whatever changes are taking place in that particular body, they are considered as past living matter. So now non-living matter, so those non-living matter are called as a natural material bodies, in which things in which changes have not been made by any living being. So matter which undergoes natural transformation without interaction with living beings, such as clouds, rainbow matters. So here we can see these things are created by themselves. There is no role of living beings in creating clouds or rainbow or such material things. So these kind of material bodies are considered as non-living matter. Now, taking a comparative view, the amount of body matter is least of all, the past living matter is infinite times more, and the non-living matter is still infinite times more than this. So this is the comparison is done so far as the number or quantity of the different qualities of matter are found in this universe. Now we can see there are 6 types of matter. We find define gross and subtle matter. So we see that gross is that which prevents other substances to pass through it and which can be stopped by others, or which cannot occupy space which is already occupied by others, or which cannot pass through others. So gross is one which cannot pass through the obstructed things, or where it exists no other objects can take place there. So this kind of gross objects are considered under the gross matter. The subtle is that which does not hinder others and cannot be hindered by others, on which or which can occupy the space which is already occupied by others, or can pass through others. A mustard seed is smaller in size than a drop of water, but whereas water can pass through a cloth, the mustard seed cannot. Therefore, water is subtle and mustard is gross. So here you can say what is subtle matter, which can pass through something, but not from all things. So this can be comparatively we can understand that how water can enter into any things, while mustard seeds cannot enter into any other things. From the point of view of penetrability, matter is divided into 6 classes. Gross, it means very gross. This kind of matter consists of very large solid aggregates of matter, such as mountains, rocks, wood, etc., which do not unite by themselves when broken or divided, and also such bodies which can be physically transported without containers. So in this kind of things, they are made of very large solid aggregates, and we find all such kind of things in the form of rocks, etc. Gross, this kind of matter consists of large aggregates of matter in fluid form, such as water, oil, milk, juice, air, etc., that unite again by themselves when broken or divided, and which have to be carried in containers. So this is what is called gross. Gross subtle, this kind consists of aggregates which can neither be cut or nor broken, or can be physically transported but are visible, light, shadow, image, etc. Subtle gross, the kind consists, this kind of matter consists of aggregates which are not visible but can be perceived by other 4 senses. And the example of such matter is aggregates of sound, taste, smell, and touch. Subtle, these aggregates are not perceivable by any sense organ. However, they interact with soul and are transformed by it in the form of thought, speech, and karmas. So these thought, speech, and karmas, these material aggregates, or you can say particles, they are having only 4 touches, and that's why they are not perceptible and they are transformed with the support of the living beings into this kind of matter. Now subtle or extra subtle, you can say. This kind consists of aggregates which are so subtle that they do not interact with soul. So this is such kind of aggregates are also found infinitely infinite in number in the universe, and they are so subtle that they cannot be perceived, they cannot be used by any living things. Integration and disintegration are also the fundamental properties or qualities of the matter. So all physical objects are produced either by integration or by disintegration. Integration is of two types, natural and made by living organisms. The natural kind is again of two types, which a definite beginning and with a definite beginning and without a beginning. Some instances of natural integration which have a beginning are clouds, lightning, rainbow, etc. And there are certain other things which are not having such a definite beginning. Integration made by living organisms necessarily has a definite beginning and can be divided into two kinds. Integration of one kind of matter with another, for example, production of chemical compounds, and combination of matter with soul. The last one is again of two types, bondage of karma and no karma bondage, combination of other types of matter with soul. So we can see that this integration made by living organisms necessarily has a definite beginning and can be divided into two forms. So here karma and the soul are interacting with each other and what we say having some kind of bonding in between that has also beginning and combination of other material bodies. For example, we are having physical body, so we have bonding with this physical body also. This body is also having some what we say a particular time point. So these integrations have some beginning, and there are certain other things which have been considered as beginningless too. Jain philosophy provides elaborate rules for bonding between parmanus, or you can say the atoms. Whenever some integration is taking place, it has certain rules for that, which kind of matter can combine with which kind of matter. So what are those conditions for that? So here it is said that bonding takes place due to positive and negative charges, which are considered as two types of touch, rough and smooth. The charge of a parmanu varies in a range. Let Q be the minimum charge, which is written here in the form of Q, and a positive charge is indicated as Q plus, or negative charge is indicated as Q minus, and that the charge increase in multiples of 1, 2, or 3 etc. degrees, you can say, and the parmanu can have this kind of charge Q, 2Q, 3Q, 4Q, etc. Q being positive or negative. Now it is clear. So the rules for bonding between the two atoms or two parmanus are given in table 1. We will see. It is seen that there is some variation in the rules of bonding in Shwetambar and Digambar traditions. They considered that if one atom is having just 1 degree of any touch or any charge, then it cannot be allowed to, or it cannot combine with the other atoms having more some degrees. So, but in Shwetambar tradition, it is said, in Digambar tradition, it is considered that if some atom is having just 1 degree and the other one is having more than 1, then it can combine. So in this way, we find some differences in the rules and regulations of combination of material bodies in these two traditions. In both traditions, a parmanu having a minimum charge does not bond with other parmanu if charge is more than the minimum value and differs by 2 units and more than the 2 Parmanus can bond according to both traditions. So here it is said that actually what happens, there are certain traditions which differ in the number of degrees, whether the charges should be in 1 degree or more than 1 degree. So there are certain traditions which accepts that the 1 degree can also work, but some other traditions, they can say that they consider that no, the 1 degree at least it should not be there. If it is there, then it cannot combine. Any material atom cannot combine with other atoms. So here it is said, you can see here that how the Shvetambara tradition is saying about combination, that if there is qualities, whether positive or negative, so if they are found in 1 degree or 2 degrees, okay, so value of charge of 2 Parmanus bonding 1 and 2. So here positive and have one quality which is having 1 degree and the other one is having 2 degrees. So here we can see that no. It means that if there is 1 degree, the combination is not possible. And if there is more degrees, here you can see just if it is having just 1 degree and other one is having 2 degrees, here just 1 degree, 1 degree and 2 degrees, no combination possible. Here 1 degree, 3 degrees, then also not possible, because 1 degree is not allowed for combination or for integration. Similarly here, if there is 1 degree, then 4 degrees or more degrees, they are also not allowed to combine. Here 2 degrees and 2 degrees, then if those atoms are not of the same charges, then they cannot, dissimilar charge Parmanu, they cannot combine. Sorry, here they can combine if they are having different charges, but if here, so far as the Digambar tradition is considered, it says that no, it is not possible if they are having the same degrees. Though it is not 1 degree, but same degrees, 2 degrees, then they also cannot combine if they are having same kind of touches. Next is 2 degrees and 3 degrees. So here similar charge Parmanu, they cannot combine because according to Shvetambara tradition, if the 2 atoms which are having same touch and if they are having no difference of 2, then they cannot combine. It means if the first atom is having 2 degrees of positive charges and the other one is having only 3 degrees and not 4 degrees, then they cannot combine. But according to the Digambar tradition, dissimilar items, they can combine with each other if they have difference only of 1 degree. And the here 2 and 4, then okay, if it is similar, then also they can combine. If they are dissimilar, then also they can combine, and according to the tradition, it can be combined. Okay, so in this way you can find that there are certain differences among the Digambar tradition and Shvetambara tradition. So okay, now I will say that so a single free Parmanu is invisible not only to the naked eyes, but here some special qualities of the atom, the smallest unit of matter, has been discussed. That what is Parmanu? So Parmanu is the basis, ultimate constituent of physical universe. It is invisible, indestructible, impenetrable, incombustible and imperceptible to sense organs. It cannot be split or destroyed by any means whatsoever. So Parmanu cannot be divided by any means. So far as the science is concerned, we find that they are saying that the atom which has been considered as indivisible in the time of Newton and after, now it is being divided into many subparticles. So that kind of concept is not accepted in Jain perspective so far as the last smallest unit is considered. It cannot be divided into any small parts. You cannot find any subparticles out of the Parmanu. So, what about atom in science? So, according to Jainism, it is not really atom, it must be a very subtle aggregate which can be divided, which can be in the shape of the atom or a smallest unit, but it is in fact is an aggregate, and that's why it can be divided into innumerable subparticles. So here you can see the difference between the view of science and the view of Jain philosophy regarding the concept of the smallest unit. And Parmanu is a true point. It has no half portion, no middle portion, and no length, no breadth, no depth. It is dimensionless, and that's why it is considered as the smallest unit or indivisible unit. A Parmanu has one of the 5 primary colors, one of the 2 smells, one of the 5 states, 2 of the 4 primary touches, one either hot or cold, and 2 either smooth or rough. So you can find the original touches in Parmanu and no secondary touches. A single free Parmanu is indivisible not only to the naked eyes but also to, you can say, any physical instrument. Its existence is to be inferred by the collective action and reaction of infinite Parmanus. So here we can see that science is also not in the condition to say about anything with accuracy about Parmanu, the smallest unit, because it is also out of their reach. Parmanu never loses its identity even though it participates in the union to produce composite bodies. Thus, not a single Parmanu is destroyed nor a new one is created. The total number of Parmanu is eternally the same. So, as I have said, that the Parmanu is the last and original unit of matter, and it is indestructible or eternal. It can never be destroyed by any means. A composite body of infinite number of Parmanus may occupy a single space point. And as we have already discussed, that infinite number of atoms, infinite number of subtle bodies, an infinite number of some gross bodies, they can be accommodated even in a one and the same space point. So there is not a single space point in the whole of this cosmos which is not occupied by Parmanus. It cannot, however, cross the boundary of cosmos, since the medium of motion and the medium of rest are unavailable out of the cosmic space. So we have already discussed it in the beginning that the universe is in a systematic form because of the medium of motion and because of the medium of rest. And because of these two elements, nothing is going out of the cosmic space. And that's why this whole cosmic space, or you can say the universe, is going on in a very systematic, orderly form. So with this, I think I have completed the theory of a matter in Jain perspective, and the time is up more than, it is 10 minutes more. But just we can take 5 minutes more for some questions.
Vandami Naman Swami ji.
Yes.
You were saying that the number of particles in the universe is an infinite number?
Yes. Infinitely infinite. Because whatever objects we are perceiving around us, they are made of at least minimum of infinite number of atoms. So you can see how much material you are finding in your surroundings. Each one is consisting of infinite number of atoms or Parmanus. Any other question?
Yeah, but the number of souls in the universe, that's a finite number?
They are also infinite.
They're
Okay.
also infinite. Okay.
Yes. Only in the plant life you will find that infinite number of souls are there. What about other elements? The water is having innumerable souls. Fire, air, and what to say, earth, all are having innumerable souls. And the living beings in the form of hellish beings, heavenly beings, human beings, animals, they are also innumerable in their numbers. Okay, so you can see how much number the living beings are in the universe.
Shamniji, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, but we, we encompass a soul, but within our body, we have so many, call it the small bacteria or lower level. What about them? Do they have their souls? And who controls that?
Okay. So see, except the human beings, all other living beings, they are living their life according to the natural laws or their karmas. They cannot do anything by themselves as the human beings can do. They have no such kind of what is say mental power or brain power or intelligence. But yes, they all are having same kind of souls. If bacteria are living being, then they must have also the same kind of soul, and those souls are working according to their own karmas. They are living their life according to the natural what we say ways of living, which has been governed by the karmas, their own karmas. Okay, so yeah, they are having their own souls.
So in
So,
our body, you're
Samani,
saying you're saying in our body we can have more than one soul because we have one specific to us, and then many encompassing the bacteria and all those things. Is that true, or am I getting
Yes,
confused?
so here there are two so far as the Digambar tradition is concerned, they say that there are innumerable such small bacteria or living beings in our body, organisms in our body. They are having their own independent life. Okay, so yeah, in Shatama tradition, we generally don't discuss that there are such kind of small organisms in the body and they are having different souls. But so far as the science is concerned, we see that okay, if there is some such kind of bacteria inside the body, then they must have their own soul. They are dependent on our body actually. So there are certain living beings which are dependent on some other living beings. For example, the tree is there. The tree is grown up from one seed. So the whole body is created by just the one soul. But there are so many other souls which are dependent on the same tree in the form of different fruits, their seeds, leaves, branches, sub branches. So in this way, we can say just okay, if bacteria is really are there in the body, and they are if they are living organisms, and they must have their own inner and own souls, but they are dependent on our body.
so Samani, I have one question. This is Beena.
Yes, yes,
So when you have a bacterial infection in the body, for example, as a
yeah.
disease,
Okay.
then when you take antibiotic to kill those bacteria, how that works as a karma theory?
See, so far as my understanding about the things or bacteria is concerned, I don't think that there is such kind of living organisms in the form of bacteria inside the body. But if science is proving, then we have to just consider, since if I am not the omniscient, but I can say that if they are living organisms, then you are killing them, okay? And that's why you are getting the karmas according to your action and intention.
So it's better to then live with the bacterial infection in that case to avoid
Yeah,
karmas.
see what if you know the case of Sanat Kumar Chakravarti. He had 16 big diseases,
Oh,
incurable
okay.
diseases. Okay, and he was said by a though he was a deity, but he came in the form of a doctor, Ayurvedic doctor like, and he said that, okay, I can cure you, please let me allow to cure your body. Then he said, no, I don't
Oh,
allow
okay.
you because I want to tolerate. It is because of my karmas. So I have to tolerate, I have to finish my karmas, automatically I will get rid of all these different diseases. I myself is having so many such mystical powers, then I can cure my body, but I do not want to cure because
Oh,
I want to
oh,
experience all my karmas. Because of that, these diseases are there in the body.
yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe I have a question. What you said is a trans, cosmic space and cosmic. So,
Correct.
and then there is a motion and non-motion, thing. My
Rest. Yeah.
question is that if there is nothing, how does the light travel from further spaces to our earth and to us? What is helping those particles? Light is a particle and it is traveling through such a distant space. So if they pass through some vacuumous areas, I do not know how they can pass.
Yes, the same question was raised in the time of Einstein, and that's why there were some experiments done on ether, because it was accepted in science that ether is supporting to travel the light or any other such kind of thing in subtle bodies from in even in vacuum. So but they could not prove ether as a physical entity, and that's why they have rejected. But the Addington has said that no, there should be some kind of such medium available which is non-physical, immovable, and spread throughout the cosmic space. Okay, so you are saying that some light is coming from other planets to our Earth. So all these planets are in the cosmic space. Okay, no, they are not from in supracosmic space, out of the universe. Clear? So in the
Okay.
universe, in throughout the universe, the medium of motion and the medium of rest are spread. Okay, so they are available all the times. You are perceiving that the light is traveling in vacuum actually, but
Yeah.
the medium of motion is there. It is not completely vacuum. It is supporting light to travel from one planet to another.
Okay. So it's not a supracosmic space to,
No, yeah.
yeah, it is all uh, the light or any other planet it throws, it is within the
Within the
space,
cosmic space, within the cosmic space,
cosmic
the
space.
concept of universe in science is very limited so far as in comparison to the concept of the universe in Jain perspective. Okay,
Yes, yes. Okay.
according to Jainism, the universe is so vast. Still science could not explore the whole universe. It is exploring only some planetary bodies in the middle universe, and especially in this particular Bharat Kshetra.
Yeah.
They are not going out of Bharat Kshetra. Okay, even.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
we are in
Thank
the
you.
universe where there is plenum, in a space where there's particles in every space of our universe.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry for taking some more time. I wanted to complete the theory.
So, coming back to the number of souls, if life is growing
Yes.
and developing and dying,
Mm-hmm.
and there are innumerable souls, so the number of souls continues to increase then with new life. And when they leave the body disappears, but the souls are then increasing infinitely as well.
Soul are increasing. What do you mean by this?
Well, you said there's the life forms on Earth is growing and it's infinite. The number of particles is infinite, and the number of souls is infinite.
Yes. Yes. The number of the souls, whatever is infinitely infinite or infinite, whatever is, it is always constant. Okay. They are developing themselves from lower states to higher states, or lower spaces to higher spaces. So that is true. But it doesn't mean that the number of the souls are increasing.
Right. So that is a infinite number, but it's a constant number.
Yeah, it is
It's a
constant
fixed number.
It
Right.
is fixed number. Even the
There
matter
you
is
go.
also fixed
Yes.
in number. Whatever it is infinitely
Right.
infinite
Matter
in
cannot
number.
be created nor destroyed. It just changes
Correct,
form.
correct,
Right.
correct. So all these six
Yes.
substances, they are actually fixed in their numbers. They are constant. Okay.
That's what I was clarifying. There you go. Yes.
Yes. Thank you.